张平为我们分享了2019年中国商家策数据化赋能的前瞻举措，包括流量拓源、商家产品革新、供应链升级、行业深挖和生态服务。
那么第2位嘉宾分享结束，我们要开始今天的第2轮抽奖环节。本轮奖品也是由第3方提供的价值2000元的规格化发品工具，可以免费使用1年。最快3分钟发布精品商品，一键把商品从非规格化升级到规格化，名额依然是5个，大家请看大屏幕。好的，我们的屏幕开始转动起来，抽奖开始。
好，停。
好的，恭喜以上获奖的5位同学，请你们会后到我们的工作人员处领取你们的奖品。
好，再一次恭喜获奖者。现在有请阿里巴巴国际站美国市场企业发展总监 Jamin 进行分享。他在进行分享英文的同时，两侧屏幕会有 AI 同步翻译，请大家留意。
Jamin has more than 20 years experience as a leader in the retail industry and has contributed to global e-commerce for business of all sizes. In his IBM era, he helped launch the first web stores for many Fortune 100 retailers in the US. In 2014, he made crucial efforts in taking border-free public on the Nasdaq. He will share the topic, digital business opportunities and overseas trends.
掌声欢迎 Jamin 先生为我们分享数字化海外商机与趋势。掌声欢迎 ，Welcome。
你好。Thank you. My team and I in North America spend all of our time thinking about U.S. buyers. So I'd like to share some of the insights that we are learning about North American buyers with you. But before we do that, I'd like you to come back in time with me. The year is 1784, and a ship called the Empress of China is in the harbor of the port of Canton, not far from here. She's loaded with $120,000 worth of China's finest products, including fine porcelain and black tea that U.S. traders had purchased over the last few months. Her destination, New York City. But as she sets sail across 6,000 miles of ocean, she becomes the first ship in history to conduct trade between the United States and China. She spent 4 months in the harbor while the crew negotiated with merchants in China. Why did it take 4 months? Well, they didn't understand each other's language or customs or their needs. They hadn't established rules of trading and tools. They also hadn't established trust with each other yet. So fast forward to today. Today there are over 50,000 merchant ships on the water, and $500 billion worth of goods flow between China and the U.S. And yet the fundamentals of success still remain the same. Understanding each other, the rules and tools of trade, and building trust. So we look at North America. My team and I in New York City spend all of our time talking to customers, listening to their stories, their pain points, trying to understand how we can help them better. These are your customers. Or if they're not your customers, they should be. You see, North America is the #1 market on Alibaba.com. This is a group of people that you need to know. Now, you might think of Walmart and Amazon and Apple when you think of North American business, but actually small businesses are the backbone of the North American economy, and they are thriving. 99% of employer firms in the U.S. are small businesses. And 50% of the American workforce are from small businesses. And 60%, actually more than 60% of all the new jobs created come from small businesses. So in many ways, small businesses are more important than the big names that you and I are so familiar with. So here are some things that we're learning about them. The first is that they're continually sourcing. Now, if you're a small business, if you're not sourcing all the time, you're becoming irrelevant. And so we asked buyers in North America, how often do you source products? And what they told us was all the time, continually. 65% are sourcing multiple times per month. And some of them are sourcing hourly on their phone. They sit and drink coffee in the morning, and in the evening they're still sourcing. So it's an important competency for American businesses. So where are they finding new products and suppliers? Well, over 70% are finding them online. And this number is growing. Of course, they still use trade shows, and they come to China and they look at factories, but they're online more than ever, and that number is going up. So that's great, but you're probably asking, how can I reach more buyers? I'm glad you asked. The first thing that a buyer is asking him or herself is, who can make the product properly? And the way to answer that is to be transparent, to show them what you can do. Use the tools that we have on Alibaba.com to create rich content in good English and great videos and virtual tours. Be transparent. Show them what you can do. The best suppliers on Alibaba.com with the most success are really good at showing off. So do that. Number 2, be responsive. If you look at the mobile app for Alibaba, you'll see that one of the most important things that a buyer sees right away is response rate. The reason for that is buyers are much more likely to do business with you if you respond to them quickly in the first hour or two. So be responsive. Thirdly, ask for reviews from your customers. Did you know that 88% of consumers in the U.S. trust online reviews just as much as a personal recommendation? It's true. So ask your customers. It's okay if they're all good. Okay. If they're authentic, buyers will see it, and they'll trust you. Everyone knows that there are problems when you do a lot of business, and that's okay. Authentic reviews are so important for U.S. buyers. They're extremely sensitive to fake reviews, and they want to see that you're engaging with your customers, you're trying to solve problems with them. It's a good thing. Ship on time, deliver on time. Sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how often this doesn't happen. The first thing that you need to do is make sure that you're delivering the commitment that you committed to your buyer. So that means, sometimes it means leading them through the process of product development and manufacturing to make sure that you hit that shipping date. But until the customer has it in their hands, it's not over yet. So it's important that you partner with people who can handle the delivery reliably. Do they know how to cross borders? Are they good at it? Do they have transparent tracking systems? Does the data flow so there are no delays in documentation? These are questions you should be asking. Ship on time, deliver on time. This is foundational to building lasting relationships with your buyers in the U.S. So we're taking these learnings and we're building a better Alibaba.com. We're playing an important role in helping you serve your customers better. For years, Alibaba has been the best place for a buyer to find the greatest products in the world. And we still are. But we're moving beyond that. And we're building a platform to create trust and to create it quickly between buyers and sellers. And that platform is called Trade Assurance. Now, you may have heard of it, and maybe some of you use it, but Trade Assurance conveys immediately to a buyer, when they see this logo, that this is a transaction that is I can be confident in. So here's how we do that. Now, most small businesses don't know what an Incoterm is. They don't know the difference between X-Factory and FOB or anything in between. They are small businesses, and they're trying to figure out basics of business. So we try to help them with that so that they understand when they choose the right Incoterm that they understand how that affects shipping speed and cost and liability. It's also about easy shipping. So we know how complex it is to ship things cross-border. So many parties involved, so much data that needs to flow. So we've created a great platform of shipping for people who want to ship things very quickly, or people who can wait and ship things via ocean, and we're expanding that every day. We've built a secure payment platform which allows customers to pay in multiple different ways, and all backed by Citibank and the guarantees of Trade Assurance. So this makes transacting much easier on the platform. And of course, dispute resolution. Every time you do a lot of business cross-border, there's going to be a problem at some point, and you need a third party who can help resolve that dispute fairly. So we stand ready to help with dispute resolution. All of these things come together to help build trust between buyer and seller quickly. And it's working really well. Buyers are coming to us like crazy. But I'd like you to hear from them. So these are some buyers that we've been talking to over the past few months. And these are actual buyers. These are people who are building their businesses on Alibaba.com. The first one I'll share with you is Carrie. And Carrie is a kids apparel reseller. She's been in business since 2016. She spends about $1 million a year on Alibaba.com. She was very concerned about international sourcing. She had never done it before, and she was a little worried about it. If she made a mistake, she could end up really hurting her business. She told us, with Trade Assurance, I'm protected if anything goes wrong. And it's also the best way for me to find a great supplier. So she's a smaller business. Now, Chris is a little bit different. Chris is a cafe equipment distributor, and he's been on the platform for 13 years, since 2005. He spends about $6 million a year. And he's a very confident and experienced sourcer. But what he said was Trade Assurance gives him peace of mind, and it helps him establish trust quickly with suppliers. So whether you're a new business owner like Carrie or somebody with more experience, Trade Assurance is helping grow your business in a confident way. Todd is an art supply store owner, and he left Walmart to come build his own business. He had never done any international sourcing until he started his business, and now he does everything on Alibaba.com with China. And what he told us was he felt a lot more comfortable using Alibaba because of Trade Assurance protection. It gave him that ability to launch a business and then to grow it quickly. In just 3 years, he's now at about $10 million. And lastly, we met a man named Tim who started a private label business in 2013. He's already grown it to $20 million. And what he told us is, my business is complex, and I need ways to make it simpler. And so he's using Trade Assurance to actually simplify his business. He says it's about ease of use. It's an organized and convenient way to see all his orders in one place, to check on shipping dates, see if there's anything that he needs. So trade assurance provides these services to people, and it immediately is able to help them with their confidence and give them options for shipping, secure payments. But what makes me most excited about what we're doing here is we're developing durable and prosperous relationships between the businesses that power the two most important economies on the planet, United States and China. It's very exciting. This is our mission. This is what we get out of bed in the morning for. So you and I don't have the power to solve trade wars and things like that, but we can succeed and thrive if we remember these fundamentals, understanding each other. And I hope that this has helped you a little bit to understand North American buyers better. These are your customers, and they're growing, they're thriving, so understanding them is very, very important. Common tools of trade, places where buyers want to transact. They're coming to trade assurance, and you should be there too to help them. And then thirdly, establishing trust, like those early traders in Canton, by doing business together in a way that's transparent and fair. Lastly, I'll leave you with a quote from our founder, Jack Ma. He said, "If you are obsessed with your customer, you can serve her, and she will reward you with loyalty and her business." We are obsessed with our customer. We spend every day, all day, working on that. We're trying to build tools that will make trade much easier. This is what drives us to build things like trade assurance. And I'd like to invite you to join us in this customer obsession in 2019. Thank you very much.